शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुर्गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। निधाय हृदविश्वेशं विधाय गुरुवन्दनं बालानां सुखबोधाय क्रियते तर्कसङ्ग्रहः। So we completed the definitions and classifications of dravyas. Okay. So that is the first, element among the seven padarthas. Dravyas are comes under the first this thing. So then comes guna, dravya guna. So now each and every guna, the definition of each and every guna, and if at all there is any classification among them, that is also will also be dealt hereafter. And from here, actually, it will get expanded. Once you come for jnana, knowledge, then everything gets expanded. Actually, the whole this thing comes up. चक्षुर्मात्रग्राह्यो गुणो रूपम्
चक्षुर्मात्रग्राह्यो गुणो रूपं चक्षुर्मात्रग्राह्यो गुणो रूपं
तच्च शुक्ल नील पीत रक्त हरित कपिश चित्र भेदात् सप्तविधम्
तच्च
शुक्ल
शुक्ल
नील
नील
पीत
पीत
रक्त
रक्त
हरित
हरित
कपिश
कपिश
चित्र, इट्स नॉट चिन्ह, चित्र
चित्र
भेदात् सप्तविधम्
चित्र
चित्र
भेदात्
भेदात्
सप्तविधम्
सप्तविधम् पृथिवी जल तेजो वृत्ति
पृथिवी जल तेजो वृत्ति पृथिवी जल तेजो वृत्ति
तत्र पृथिव्यां सप्तविधम्
तत्र पृथिव्यात् सप्तविधं तत्र पृथिव्यां सप्तविधम्
अभास्वर शुक्लं जले
अभास्वर शुक्लं जले अभास्वर शुक्लं जले
भास्वर शुक्लं तेजसि
भास्वर शुक्लं तेजसि भास्वर शुक्लं तेजसि.
So the definition of rupam, and rupam is not what you call normally what is the in the sense of shape that we use rupam, right? Rupam, but here rupam means color essentially. Okay, so whenever in Nyāya-Vaiśeṣika the word rupam is used, mostly it will be used in the meaning of color. Okay. So what is the definition? Chakshur matra grahyaha. Chakshu is chakshur indriya, right? Matra grahyaha. What is grahya? Grahanam is what is actually grasping something, taking something. Grinhati, grahanam. But here it means grahanam means knowledge. So you're grasping, your understanding, right? Grahya means the subject of your knowledge. Okay. And how is this knowledge generated? It is the knowledge which is caused or generated by chakshurindriya. That is chakshurgrahya. Okay. Chakshurgrahanam. Chakshurgrahanam means the knowledge that is derived or it is generated because of chakshurindriya. And grahya means the subject of this particular knowledge. That means the subject of the knowledge which was caused by chakshurindriya is rupam, and that too guna, which is a guna again, because you can even know dravya, right? Dravya through your chakshurindriya. Dravya means what? A ghata, that is a pot or a cloth. These are all dravyas. They are also known to you, or they are also subject to your knowledge because of chakshurindriya. They can also be. So therefore guna comes in. Okay. And even many a times, even action, that is karma, can also be known by chakshurindriya. So you see, that is why each and every word here has a purpose. So this is where we start using our what you call techniques of validation, right? So what we thought about ativyapti, avyapti, and asambhava. So everything is used here. Why guna? It is because a karma or dravya can also be known by chakshurindriya. So if I say chakshurgrahya, then but I'm what you call now intending to only define rupa, not dravya or karma. So therefore I will put it with the word guna there, the attribute. Okay. And again, interestingly, there is one word called matra. So what is matra? Chakshur matra. What does that mean? In Telugu, if I say
Alone.
nuvu matrame ravali, what does
Alone.
that mean?
That only.
Yeah, only, right? So what do you normally intend by saying only? Why do you use? What is the purpose of it?
Exclusion of any other.
Exclusion, right? So exclusion, what is the meaning of exclusion?
That whatever you are proposing is not a possibility elsewhere.
So you want to draw a line, you want to draw a border and say that you don't come into this.
Right.
Okay. So here, color is an attribute, guna, which can only be known by chakshurindriya. Why? If I don't use that, how will the definition be? Is an attribute which is known by chakshurindriya, right? An attribute which is known by chakshurindriya. So if I confine my definition like this, is there any fallacy like ativyapti, avyapti, or asambhava?
It's ativyapti. It
Which,
defines
where?
too many things.
Where? How many? How?
There are other things that can be perceived by the eye, such as like form or depth or distance. That
Are they gunas or not? You have to see because we
okay.
put the word guna.
Right.
So we have to again think about the 24 gunas. Rupa, rasa, gandha, sparsha. If you want, I'll surface that also here.
Okay.
If that is not, if that is something that you haven't by hearted. So here you see, we have all the 24 gunas, right? Okay. You're able to see, right? So what are the gunas that you think that can be known by chakshurindriya other than rupa, that is color? శ్రీరంజని నువ్వు కూడా చెప్పొచ్చు.
అలాగే
number. A number. You can
Great.
see a number, like okay, there is more than one thing, there is one thing. How many other things there are? That is
Number
something that you can
and
see. Sukha. So like you can perceive like emotion and.
do you see emotion?
No, but sukha, the.
Are you seeing it? What do you see?
You see expressions, actions.
What is also expression? Expression is nothing but, if you want to put it in a very dry manner, what is a face expression? Contraction of muscles in a particular way.
Right.
So that is not something that you see. So therefore, you don't see emotion, right?
Right.
You can only see the one of the outcomes of emotion. That is muscle contraction.
Okay.
So therefore, no, that doesn't come under this. Muscle contraction is essentially what
Karma.
karma and other, something like Sanyoga. Even Parimāṇa. Don't you know the size through your eyes?
Oh, right. Right. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So far, so good that, okay. Sankhya, Parimāṇa, and even Pruthaktva. Being different is also something that you can identify through your eyes. Samyoga, if two are aligned or conjoined, that is also something that you can see through your eyes. Vibhaga also. So these gunas, Sankhya, Parimāṇa, Pruthaktva, Sanyoga, and Vibhaga. Good. So now I am okay. So therefore there is Ativyapti. I want to Bhima. Therefore there is Ativyapti. So you are putting guna, matra. So you are putting matra. Now we need to think how you are going to evade this fallacy by putting matra. Chakshur matra. So that guna which can be known only by Chakshurindriya. Now I have put the word only. So now you have to think through which other indriya other than Chakshurindriya that you can know these gunas.
Right. Sparsha.
Which indriya? Sparsha is a guna.
Right.
Tvagindriya.
The name, Guruji.
Tvagindriya.
Sorry.
Tvak.
Right.
Right? So if I now by putting the word inserting this word or clause called matra, what happens is these gunas, that is Sankhya, Parimāṇa, Pruthaktva, Sanyoga, and Vibhaga, they are known through Tvagindriya also, similar to Chakshurindriya. So therefore, this Ativyapti, the fallacy of Ativyapti is evaded.
Right.
You understood? So this is how we examine and validate each and every definition. So whenever there is a definition, we need to think what is the definition, then see does any element, I mean each element of the definition is serving a purpose to evade any of the fallacies or not. If it is not actually serving any purpose, there could be another purpose only for the sake of explanation, to describe the definidium. If you want to describe what you want to define, then there can be certain things. But that is not a very good way of knowing things or defining things. That can only be an explanation, but not a definition, part of a definition. So therefore, that is why whenever we use any term, whether it is, I mean, from the IKS arena, so that is why I will be every time asking questions, what do you mean by this? What is this? If you say Sanatana Dharma, then you have to define what is Dharma. Are you defining it based on its derivative meaning or on its practical applicability? So how are you defining it? If you are defining it, whether your definition is actually serving, each and every element of your definition is serving the purpose of addressing these fallacies or not, or does it has a avyapti or ativyapti, what it is. So normally what happens is people who doesn't know that this kind of approach is there, they come up with all sorts of ideas and say that this is the definition. Right? But the Shastra, you are trained in the Shastra in such a way that you have to be precise. Specificity, clarity, precision, right? So these are the things whenever, the Shastric approach starts from knowing the meaning of a particular word from its derivative, whatever etymology, and then goes to the definition. Without that, so first, if I am using the word rupa, it will have a derivative meaning. But am I addressing this particular element with the derivative meaning, or do I have something else to it? As the word guna can mean 24 gunas in Nyāya-Shastra and 3 gunas in Sankhya and Yoga. So the derivative meaning of guna is something else, which we are not at all addressing, which we are not at all intending to convey. We are having a very nuanced and a very specific definition in our mind while we are using the word guna. So therefore, the journey of knowing things will start with the derivative meanings, then go to the definition, and then validate that definition and see whether the definition is being applied or not, whether it is applicable or not. Okay, right. So this is rupa, that is color, and that is of 7 types. So we have 7 colors. Shukla, white. Neela is black or blue. Black is also called as Neela. Pita is yellow. Rakta is red. Harita is green. Kapisha is brown. Chitra is multicolor. Multiple colors. If one dravya is having multiple colors, per se, if a sari is having multiple colors, then what is the color that the sari is having is Chitra Varna, Chitra Rupa. Okay. So Tavedat Saptavedam. Where is this Rupa in the, because Rupa is essentially a guna, so therefore you need to identify where, in which dravya that this guna exists. That is a very key element, because that will give you more clarity about the world. Because another element that we need to very much know about guna is that you cannot know guna. I mean, the existence of guna cannot be without dravya. So, for say, your t-shirt is white in color. Is your t-shirt different from your color or not? Sure. My t-shirt is in blue in color. Yours is white. Is color different from t-shirt or not?
It's different, but if it didn't exist,
It is different because you are able to cognize this fact that the color is different from that particular. So, t-shirt is a dravya. T-shirt is what is essentially a cloth. Right? So, cloth is what? It is dravya. Color is what? It is guna. These both are different, but you cannot actually, the existence of these both cannot be individual. I mean, separately, independent. Their existence cannot be independent. So, color cannot be without a dravya. And dravya can also not be without any guna. It's not color, but any of the 24 gunas. The definition of dravya itself is gunavattam. That which is having guna. Right? So, there are certain elements in this universe which are separate, I mean different, but cannot exist independently without the other. Okay.
Got it.
So this is another element that we need to grasp while dealing with guna. So there is 7 types, and it is in Prithvi, Jala and Tejas. Rupa is in 3 dravyas. Okay. It doesn't mean that it is having all the 3 are having all the 7 colors. The classification of colors is different from the existence of Rupa in these 3 dravyas, because only in Prithvi that you have all the 7 colors. Tatra Prithivyam Saptavidham. So whatever you see, the multiple colors that can only exist in Prithvi, Parthiva Dravya only. Abhasvara Shuklanjale. So this is again opposite to what the modern physics says. Water is having color. For them, water is colorless, odorless, transparent, liquid, right? But for us, Jala is also having color, because the only logic they say here is, if you are able to grasp any dravya with your eyes, then that should have color. Without color, you cannot know that particular dravya with your eyes. That is Chakshurindriya. So therefore, there is a very different kind of a white color. What color does Jala has? Abhasvara Shuklanjale. This is what we are calling it as transparent. Okay. Bhasvara Shuklan Tejasi. Again, Tejas is also having another color. It is not red or orange or something. It's white color again. So therefore, Shukla can be Abhasvara and Bhasvara. That is, what is Bhasvara? Bhasvara means Paraprakashakatvam, that which illuminates other elements. Just a second. So, Bhasvara means illuminative. So, wherever there is Bhasvara Shukla Varna, it will illuminate others also, not only itself. So, in which Dravya there is Bhasvara Shukla Varna, Rupa, that will not only illuminate that particular Dravya which is having this Bhasvara Shukla Varna, but also the others which come in contact. Whereas Abhasvara is contrary to this. It will not illuminate others. Okay, one which emits light, the other which doesn't emit light. Okay, so Tejas is having Bhasvara Shukla Varna and Jala is having Abhasvara Shukla Varna. Okay, and Prithvi is having Shukla Varna, which is neither Bhasvara nor Abhasvara. So you see, one which emits, if you can now see it in this way, there are three types of white colors. One which absorbs light, one which lets it through it, the other which emits light. So that white color which absorbs light is in Prithvi. That white color which will let go light through it is in Jala, that is Abhasvara Shukla. That white which emits light is in Tejas. Okay? I think we'll stop here.